friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. If you are anything like most of us, a big grocery challenge is trying to eat healthy and not break the budget because, let's be honest, the healthy stuff is oftentimes more expensive. But I have a few tips on how to eat fruit and not break the bank. So my first tip is to, and I've said this before, but is to shop at Aldi. If there is an Aldi near you, you really need to take advantage of their prices on produce. Their produce is really great and their prices are great as well. Every week they have produce picks of the week and they have different items on sale, and so we just typically buy the items that are the produce pick of the week and take advantage of the sale prices that way. And so I really advise you to find an Aldi or another store around you that has really great prices when it comes to produce. And then I have a couple tips along the lines of, like, once you get the fruit home, how to make sure it lasts and how to get the most out of the money that you spend on it, because nothing is more frustrating than spending money on the fruit and then you wash it and you put it in the fridge and the next time you go to get it, it's moldy and it's gross and you have to throw it away. So here are a few tips. The first one is to wash your fruit with a little bit of vinegar. So I just pour like a little splash of vinegar in the bowl with the berries. So I do this with like blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, any kind of berries. You can, even grapes, you can just, when you're soaking them in water, pour a little bit of vinegar in there, and that will help them stay fresher longer. And then if there's any mold spurs like starting to grow, it'll help to kill those off. So do that, and then just rinse it off. And as long as you don't pour a ton of vinegar in, and as long as you rinse it, then your fruit won't taste like vinegar, I promise. So I do that, and then I drain the fruit, and then I take a cookie sheet and I lay paper towels on it, and I pour the berries on it, and I spread them out, and I just let them sit there, and I let them dry pretty much completely. And sometimes I'll leave them overnight so that they can dry completely. And then I put them in a container. And so one thing that I've started doing, especially if you aren't able to let them dry completely, put them in a container like this, put a paper towel on the top, and then when you store them upside down. So any liquid that is in there drains out to the paper towel, and then you can change the paper towel every time you open it to get your berries out. That way, any liquid that's in there gets soaked up by the paper towel and doesn't stay in your berries, and that'll help keep them fresh. So that's a really great tip. Then my next tip is on apples. So I do the same thing. I wash them, let them dry completely on paper towels on my counter, and then I put them in the refrigerator because I feel that keeping them in the refrigerator keeps them fresher longer. And then bananas. So I struggle with keeping bananas fresh for very long at all. But I haven't tried it yet, but I did hear that if you put plastic wrap on the top of them, where they all go together, if you put plastic wrap there, it'll help them stay fresher longer. But what I have been doing, and that does help, is I break them apart. And so when they're not all together like that, they stay fresher longer. But then if they do go bad, I just peel them, put them in a plastic baggie, throw them in the freezer, and use them for smoothies or banana bread that my mom makes, because as I've said before, I don't bake, but I give them to my mom and she bakes banana bread. So you can reuse them for that purpose and not have to throw them away. So I hope these tips were helpful to you. If they were, give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel so you can stay up to date with more videos like this.